the defensive revolution slowly taking over the pros, and the Baltimore Ravens are leading the charge. Since trading for Alohi Gilman in Week 6, the Ravens have transitioned to a 3-safety defense full-time, countering modern design with camouflage and contain. Winners of 4 straight, this system has saved their season, and is the future of NFL defenses. To understand the theory behind the switch, we first need to talk personnel. That's what grouping of players each side of the ball has on the field. Offensive personnel is given as a 2-digit number. The first digit is the number of running backs, the second, the number of tight ends. There's always 5 skill position players on the field, so the rest are wide receivers. Moving to defense, you'll hear a 2-digit number hyphenated, again representing the number of players at each position. The first is going to be the number of linemen, followed by linebackers, with the remaining total up to 11 making up the secondary. And this is where we're going to focus today. Whether a defense is playing a 3-4 or a 4-3, when they have 4 DBs on the field, 2 corners, 2 safeties, they're said to be in base
Michigan
defense,
ain't gonna win,
as this matches best against traditional 21 personnel offense. But this isn't the game we see in the modern league, with teams preferring 11 personnel sets, bringing a third wideout to the party, and embracing the spread. To match up, modern defenses play nickel personnel instead of base, bringing a 5th defensive back onto the field, usually a corner at the expense of a linebacker. With defenses getting smaller and lighter to defend the pass, the best offenses have countered by flipping the way that they use their offensive personnel, running the ball from 11 personnel condensed formations, and passing from 12 personnel when defenses go back into base. If you look at a list of the best offenses in the league, this is what they're doing. It's led to a need for defenses to evolve once more, finding a big nickel, a player big enough in run support, but fluid enough to match multiple in man. This is usually a safety, and that's where a player like Kyle Hamilton comes into play, a do-it-all guy who's truly one of a kind. More on his individual brilliance later. Other teams have also implemented this 3-safety big nickel system, but what makes the Ravens version shine is that the 3 safeties they employ, Kyle Hamilton, Alohi Gilman, and Malachi Starks, possess positionless skill sets, easily able to rotate roles and responsibilities. When teams get into these condensed looks from 11 personnel, they easily adjust and align. Chicago presents a condensed bunch before motioning the tight end across to block the backside of the wide zone action. But the Ravens are able to run a bare front and wreck the play, starting with Kyle Hamilton. Playing as the edge defender, he reads the left tackle take a wide step towards him and diverts his path upfield to hold the edge and send this back inside. Van Noy repeats this action to send the run back inside, where John Jenkins runs a lag technique, falling back into the A-gap and into the path of the run. Manungai cuts back, but Buchanan has a clear path to shut this down. The beauty in this system is the ability to be fluid without changing personnel. Here, with Miami backed up and likely to run, they get into 8-man spacing. That's 8 men in the run fit, gapping out the offense even with the motion distraction and condensed set. Both Gilman and Hamilton are essentially playing as linebackers here. And again, a knife from Hamilton disrupts the play. This one, an even better read, firing through the B-gap and wrapping up the runner. And even against the Rams and their tricky insert sets, they find the right spacing to fit the run. The Rams love to use pseudo 13, that's aligning an 11 personnel and using 13 personnel plays. Jordan Whittington is lined up tight, and Puka Nacua will insert motion through the C-gap as the lead blocker, aiming to overwhelm the Ravens at the point of attack. But look how fluid the Ravens are able to be. Kyle Hamilton in the slot joins the box for Nacua's motion, with Gilman sinking down to join the fit too. And the nub alignment from the tight end allows Marlon Humphrey to be in the fit as well. The condensed formation allows the Rams to create 9 gaps, but the Ravens match 9 with 9, and they keep this to a minimal gain. For more of a deeper dive into spacing and run fits, check out our Run Fits for Dummies after this. And while he usually occupies the free safety role in the defense, Starks can rotate down into the box too. The versatile nature of this system means they never have to change personnel to match up, playing these 3 safeties on 92% of snaps since the Gilman trade. When teams swap to 12 personnel, there's no subs. They just shift fronts in alignment to win back the angles advantage. Miami are in 12 personnel here, and it's the jumbo variety, with offensive linemen operating one of the tight end positions. The backer level will shift over with the motions to find better angles, and then Hamilton shifts down to play the edge, making it a 5-down line. Once again, he's going to blow up that wide zone, winning the outside angle and forcing Achane to stutter, sending him into a flock of Ravens. Good luck. No subs are needed to shift, and the Ravens easily swap between 7 and 8-man spacing. It might have been a too high alignment called in the huddle, but the Ravens quickly rotate Gilman down to deal with the 12 personnel look. Duo from shotgun makes the timing messy, and Hamilton shows us how linebackers are taught to play it, not hesitating and allowing the back to make him wrong, instead charging the gap and forcing a decision. The left guard tries to pick him up late, but Hamilton tosses him back into the path of Judkins before diving for the back's legs.
Damn.
Again, more movement to counter shifts and another play wrecked by Hamilton.
They're 6 and 5.
Miami are again in that jumbo 12, first motioning from the Maryland eye into wing, before H-back Alec Ingold motions to fullback to make this eye left. The Ravens, however, aren't overwhelmed by size or shift, bringing Gilman down to make it 8-man spacing and gap out the offense. Hamilton slides late to edge, leaving him unaccounted for. He's in the backfield in a flash, sending this right back to where it came from. This video is sponsored by Camouflage. The versatility and fluid alignments extend to the passing game as well, where the trio of safeties are happy in both man and zone, swapping between coverage roles based on call and matchup. Starting with man coverage, this is a brilliant snap even if it leads eventually to a completion.
I don't think anybody lost the Gilman trade. Because Odafe Owe has been pretty good for us. He's been consistent. He's been healthy. He's been, he not, what you mean, Cap? Nobody lost the trade. Gilman wasn't going to work with us. Gilman was not going to work in our scheme of him being a deep safety. Because we have Derwin.
Ravens are playing.
And we don't, they're not calling plays like the Ravens are. So we don't have another deep safety that can play the field like fucking Starks can. So we put Gilman in that spot.
One Robert, with Gilman playing the tight end. Hamilton matched up on DJ Moore and Starks.
It's better for both parties. Trust me.
The Bears are trying to run mesh, but the Ravens are ready. Gilman locks up the hook route from the tight end. Hamilton is all over the corner route from Moore, shutting down the solo option, and the mesh is expertly disrupted by Roquan Smith, bodying Odunze and throwing off the timing. Pausing here, there is absolutely nowhere for Caleb to go, and pressure incoming. However, he's able to wave that magic wand of his and escape, firing this to Odunze, who boxes out Wiggins. This might end in a completion, but it's a great snap from the back 7. Another snap and another show of versatility. The Ravens get into a zero look this time, putting all 3 safeties in man-to-man coverage, trusting them even with the Dolphins going empty. The zero blitz forces a fast pass, and Hamilton gets on top of the slot fade from A-Chain so much so that he doesn't think Tua will target him, creating a turnover on downs. Versatile players transition perfectly to creating disguise on defense, and Ravens have been heavy users of camouflage cover 3 and non-traditional Tampas. Starting in a true 3-high look here against Miami, Gilman and Hamilton will sink down to play the hook zones.
Bro, what the fuck? Hey, yo, yeah. What defense would you even think that they're in right here? Three high safeties, 3 mid-level, and then one, bro, cover 6. I would assume cover 2, and the only reason why I'm saying that is because I would assume he's dropping back, he's going to be here, he's here, but still, where the fuck is he at? I guess he's here, yeah. He's here, and he's here. I would assume, I would assume cover 2.
True 3-high look here against Miami.
Maybe even cover 3.
Gilman and Hamilton will
cover
sink
6
down to play the hook zones.
Bro.
As the Ravens roll back into cover 3, this does a fantastic job of muddying the look and keeping everything in front of them, pushing Tua to the check down, and Roquan Smith rallies to keep the gain to a minimum. And here are some nice disguises to get to some
So like right here, I don't know what the fuck this is other than maybe man. I don't know, maybe man.
Traditional Tampas. Here, they're in a single high look showing man, but at the snap, Hamilton will bail to play one deep half as Gilman shuffles over to play the other, with Starks the whole man. Again, they've won the leverage, keeping everything in front of them and forcing a check down. McCarthy needs to find this faster for the catch and run, as Buchanan crashes quickly, making an excellent open field tackle. They love to get to Tampa using...
This is Tampa 2. East, cover 4. This is cover 4. Cover 4.
An invert look too. They start in too high, but shift to single high when Jefferson motions to the backfield. Instead of the safeties taking the deep halves, the corners bail, with Gilman playing the
Man, I'm tired of this shit.
whole spot this time. Hamilton the hook, and Starks the flat. McCarthy could maybe wait a beat longer on the jerk route, but nothing appears open, and he's off and running for a minimal gain. The Ravens will bring the heat on you too, again using this trio of safeties to be multiple. On third down, this is great disguise.
What coverage is this? We not letting Vic play quarterback. How do I tell you I'm checking the ball down every time? I'm being Brady, nigga. The ball is going 2 yards past line of scrimmage, and that's it. Make some shit work.
And an even better
Cover 0, cover 2, cover 4, cover. I don't know what.
rush. They started too high with
I'm assuming, for me, I think Gilman's going to rotate up to the top. He's dropping back. He's dropping back. I'm assuming cover 3.
Gilman and Starks playing deepest, but it won't stay that way as Starks sinks in to form a fire zone. Up front, Trenton Simpson drops from end into coverage, with Hamilton running a pick for Roquan on the blitz. The player setting the pick is always the most dangerous man. Steph Curry taught us that, and Hamilton pinballs his way through to Caleb in a flash. His instincts have him buying time, but he can't get this back to the line, and the refs call intentional grounding. Here's some fire zone.
What are we thinking? Engage 8. No, nigga, this is not Engage 8. This is, this is what makes football so intriguing.
With an even crazier roll. The Ravens are in dime this time, showing a double mug look, with Gilman also up close to the line threatening a
I'm gonna guess cover 3.
cover 0. However, Gilman will bail all the way to center field as Starks rolls down, with the nickel and Hamilton coming on the blitz.
All right, I don't know how. I'm not assuming this. I ain't gonna lie to you. I wouldn't have drew up. I would have maybe sent Nate to the middle and then sent him this way. This is a.
The Browns actually do an okay job to sort this out in pass pro, but look at the filthy spin from Kyle Hamilton to lose the back. It's out in pass pro.
This is why I would have sent Nate Wiggins.
Look at the filthy spin from Kyle Hamilton. To okay job.
The only reason why this play works though is because it's a bunch at the top. Josh and the goddamn 7 buck.
To sort this out in pass pro.
I would have had it.
But look at the filthy spin from Kyle Hamilton to lose the back. Clean to Shadur to bring him down. And even hits his celly on him. Welcome to the NFL, Rook. And more crazy roll fire zone against the Vikings. When the Vikings shift from bunch to trips right, the Ravens easily match with just Hamilton shifting, with Gilman and Starks able to swap roles. Pressure gets through quickly and the ball is forced out fast underneath, where the Ravens rally fast to bring up 4th down. X's and O's put you in position. Jimmy's and Joe's bring things to fruition. We've shown them as part of the scheme. Now let's look at them individually. Starting with Kyle Hamilton, and let's set things straight. This man is an alien, and we've never seen a player like him before. A combo safety, nickel, sandbacker, and edge rusher, there is no role Hamilton can't fulfill at the highest level. Moving like a spider running across your floor at 2 a.m.
This is literally Derwin.
Hamilton covers ground like no other player in the league, showing Hall of Fame instincts for reading the play. Here's the movement skills on full display. The Vikings are going to run a double pass screen back to their QB, and I want you to keep your eyes on him. Here, starting aligned off the left edge in a cover 0 look. He's going to bail all the way to center field just like Gilman did on the snap against the Browns, opening his hips back to the play and checking over his shoulder like he's running a cone drill at the combine. With full awareness of his surroundings, he quickly spots the double pass from JJ to JJ, sprinting downhill to make the tackle short of the sticks. Somebody get next gen stats on the phone. I want to know how far he traveled on just that one play.
That's nasty.
Relentless. The movement skills are just ridiculous. Able to take on any task thrown his way. Chicago motions before running the league's trendy flash concept, where the tight end blocks for 2 counts before releasing to the flat. But Hamilton is never fooled. He tracks fast with the motion, reads the fake block, but doesn't overcommit, ready to take the tight end when he works to the flat. He covers him all the way out to the boundary until he spots Caleb calling his own number. Breaking off to shut down the QB run, forcing a third down on 2nd and short. His fluidity means he's even comfortable in coverage against receivers, here holding his own against Puka Nacua. It's not just a snap or two, they really believe he can match up with the best of the best. And that's all without discussing his brilliance against the run and when blitzing. The closest player comp I've been able to come up with is a 6'4" Troy Polamalu. When you reach for names like that for a comparison, you know you're witnessing a special player. Hamilton might be the most impressive piece of the machine, but Alohi Gilman was the cog that got it all running. The Ravens entered the season wanting to play this 3-safety system, but when Ardarius Washington went down injured late in training camp, the defense was left ill-equipped for the scheme they wished to run. Suffering a 1-5 start, it was clear something needed to be done, and the Ravens managed to find a needy edge team who had a safety for sale, allowing both teams to get better. Pretty rare. He's very comfortable in and around the box, and shows similar instincts to Hamilton for knifing in and ruining the play.
Like Gilman around the ball, like when he has one thing to do, he's pretty good.
Yet remains comfortable in coverage, playing a variety of roles. This is a nice job to attach to Tay Adams in hot quarters, closing the window for Stafford and forcing this target wide. And here's a great coaching rep of ripping the cord. Guarding the flat in Tampa 2, he has to hustle hard when the Dolphins attack this zone fast with the motion. But when teammates help in recovery, he wins the ball back for him. With Taj Washington held up, Gilman reaches a paw in and rips the cord like he's starting his Beyblade, drawing the ball loose and diving on it to secure the turnover. And lastly, certainly not least, there's a rookie tying it all together. We really need to stop letting the Ravens pick ballers at the end of the first round. Malachi Starks should have gone much earlier. Stop discriminating the safety position, y'all. Most often deployed as the free safety in this system, Starks has shown impressive range and coverage skills, while maintaining the versatility to roll down and fit the run. Here's a really good reading of the Dolphins' orbit sweep, triggering downhill on the handoff, but making sure to keep width to defend the boundary. He easily sheds the receiver and is the first there to meet Achane full speed. That speed to trigger shows here too. Working from up high down to his hook zone in the cover 3, look how fast he is to read, putting Adams in the dirt straight away. And he's shown a nose for locating the football too. He's got the deep half in the Tampa 2 here, but with Miami playing the trips so wide, shows great understanding to get to the bottom of the numbers and split the receivers. Tua thinks he can test him back inside, but Starks shows great control in his back pedal, opening up and tracking, snatching this away from Taj Washington. Big shout out to Roquan Smith and Teddy Buchanan too, who have both balled out. Honestly, we just didn't have the time to fit it all into one video. Football is a game of constant evolution, and the Ravens are at the forefront of the game's latest trend. Now, you gotta have the players if you want to play this 3-safety system, and Kyle Hamilton's don't grow on trees, but look for these apex positionless safeties to be high priority in future drafts.
Yeah.